Yo, 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 it's a crazy world. I tell you what. No, it is seriously pretty crazy. Come on, car, wake up. I'm on my way to get pizza for school because we do this meeting with free pizza. And yeah, super excited about that. Get some free pizza. And but yeah, oh my gosh, some crazy things been happening. I just got out of the dean's office. Anyway, it wasn't even the right dean. Plot twist. But no, I was struggling. I'm struggling with one of my classes, and it's mostly because of like I don't know. I guess it's mostly because of the teacher. I'll just say it that way. I feel like it's mostly because of the teacher because yeah, she's a really bad she's a bad communicator or whatever. But anyway, blah blah blah. It's been annoying, it's been crazy, and it's been stressful, and we have this big massive project and we're all working together and we're trying to work it out, and it's been confusion central, and just been such a struggle bus, right? And had to do all of this stuff, all this heavy lifting and stuff that I feel like I shouldn't have had to do, but I've had to do for the sake of my own grade, all that, and blah blah blah, yada yada yada. And so I was like, I kind of want to talk to somebody about this. So I talked to my good friend and boss at school yesterday, Allie, who's super cool. And she's like, she's so nice. She's so like empathetic and understanding and just like sympathetic and everything. She's just so nice. And I'm like, I kind of have like this exterior that's like, yo, I'm a dude. I'm not going to be crying in here, okay? That's what I don't do. I don't cry. But like I was pretty overwhelmed and with frustration and stuff like that, and I didn't cry. That's right, I didn't cry. That's right. But no, you can totally cry. I can cry. So I talked to her yesterday, my friend Allie, about the class and stuff that's going on and the frustrations and stuff like that. And she was like, maybe. And like part of me was like, I kind of want to talk to the dean, because like in my communications class, I know like the chain of command now, and they're like, yeah, don't be a whistleblower and jump the chain of command. Like you want to follow through the chain of command. She's like, because if you go to the dean, they're going to ask you if you talk to your teacher, right? And so I'm like, okay, I don't want to do that. I don't want to jump the chain of command, so I'll talk to my teacher about these issues. That's what I've been doing. And so yeah, that's what I did. And so my friend Allie, she was like, let's look at her online hours, and let's look at her office hours. Maybe you can meet with her. And I'm thinking like, yeah, totally, that'd be wonderful. I would love to meet with her. Part of me is like, no, I would not like to meet with her because I'm so angry. I don't want to talk to her. That's how I felt, and kind of feel still to a little bit, to a slight degree. And so we look at the office hours, and it was slim. And that's another strike against her. No, it was slim. And so I sent her a message. I was like, well, fat chance I'll be able to get in with her tomorrow morning during the slight window that she and I both have of 15 minutes. But you know what? I'll send this message to her anyway right now, asking her if we can do a Zoom call, something like that. Something that's so totally unreasonable, so totally reasonable, but for some reason it feels unreasonable, and I couldn't put my finger on it, And I'm like, I don't even know what my questions are. I just want to kind of talk to her and kind of just like chit chat and like get to the bottom of things that way. Because like if I could talk to someone, I can figure some things out. I can kind of see where they're coming from. I can see what they mean and blah blah blah, and get the info that I need, right? And so I sent that message to her last night. I get a response from her this morning, and she's basically like, because this is an online class, I don't do face-to-face. I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. She's like, but if you want face-to-face, I'm thinking like, You're saying face-to-face as in Zoom is still face-to-face? Like, you're blurring concepts. Zoom is face-to-face, but face-to-face usually means in person. I'm not even asking for in person. I'm asking for online Zoom call with you. That's it. And she's like, I don't even do that with you. And I'm just like, She's like, you can see one of our tutoring assistants in the resource center. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm so tired of going to everyone in the world except you, my teacher, because you will not help. Because you are the problem. You know what I mean? And so that happened. And so I vented today to my other good friend who's in advising. She's in Trio. She's super great. And she was like, oh my gosh, she was so angry for me. She was like, I cannot believe this happened. That is unbelievable. That is not acceptable. She's like, how could she just tell you no? How could you just tell you no? And I was like, I know. I'm like, I can't even process all of this right now. And she's like, I would really consider talking to the dean, And so she looked up who it was, and she like told me who to go talk to. And I was like, yeah, I think I kind of want to do that. And she told me. And I was still like all emotional and stuff. And she told me who it was. And I was like, oh, that's so-and-so. I was like, oh yeah, I met her. I know her before. And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll talk to her. Yeah, that'll be fine. And she's like, yeah, please do. And let me know how it goes. I was like, okay. And literally backstory on this assignment specifically that we've been struggling with, that we've had I like the feeling of doing this assignment, I would almost rather someone take a pair of pliers and pull out a whole fingernail from the root, from one of my fingers. Almost. I'd almost rather have that done than go through this class again the way it's been. I'd almost prefer that. Almost. It's been insane, And this assignment we've been struggling with so badly. Oh yeah, it's only had the same problems, and people have only had the same problems with it for 5 years. We're sitting here talking to the tutor who knows the assignment. It's like, you have to go... See, this is how bad it is. It's like, the assignment is so confusing that in order to do it right, you have to see a tutor. Not to help you with the parts you don't understand, but literally to help translate what the teacher says. Because the tutor knows, because the tutor's spent 5 years understanding and learning and prying apart, getting student after student with the same teacher, with the same assignment, with these same problems for 5 straight years. And these problems are still going on, and they're just like, well, what are you going to do, It's just how it is. And it's like, no, that's not how it is. That's how it is, but it ain't going to be how it's going to stay, And so... long story, I went over and talked to the dean and told her what was going on, and like vented a little bit and just told her I was like frustrated and everything. Told her everything, and I was like, I've given so much of this, and I feel like I don't have anything left. I'm like, I don't want to, like, at this point I'm just like, well, let me just get through this class, And I don't even care anymore. I don't even care, because at this point I don't want to withdraw, because it's wasted money, it's wasted time, it's wasted effort. And I mean, I'm so close to the end right now, I should just keep going to get through it, because I will pass. I will pass this class. And it's a shame that I have to say that, because it's like, I should get an A. I should get a B. I should get a good grade in this class, but I don't even feel, I have no confidence at all, really, that I'll get that kind of a grade. Unfortunately, because of how frustrating this has all been, And so I talked to the dean, and she's like, yeah, is it this teacher? I was like, yeah. She's like, well, unfortunately, she's not under my department. She's like, I'm so sorry you told me all this, and and that you'll have to tell somebody else. And I was like, oh no, it's okay. She's like, I will send them an email though. I'll let them know. And this lady was super nice, the one I just talked to, the dean, the different department dean. She was super cool, and I did know her from before. She was super cool, and and she was just like. She was like, yeah, I will let them know, and then you'll get an email from them, and then you can meet with them in person or on Zoom or whatever and talk to her. But she was at the same agreement. She was like, that's not, she won't meet with you? That's just not right, I was like, yeah, I know. So anyway, I'm not trying to make this whole, like, this a big whole dramatic deal. Not that I haven't already, but like, you know what I mean? It's hard when you have a lot of feelings, you're trying to explain them, or you're trying to express them, You're trying to problem solve. You're probably trying to deal with things and get through things, But yeah, it's crazy. But then, yeah, came back and told Allie about that, and she was like, "Oh," she's like, "You talked to that? You talked to the dean?" She's like, "You've done a lot of official talking today." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes." But anyway, it's just been crazy. So here we are, annotated timeline, due tomorrow night. You know what? I've basically turned in my letters of resignation. I mean, this is a group assignment, and I feel so bad. I feel bad for my classmates. I feel bad for any classmate, any person, any student. I feel bad for any student who's ever taken this class, honestly, because this ain't the way it should be, to say the least. It shouldn't be this hard, and it's a condensed class, so it's like a 7.5 week class, so it's so much crammed into such a short amount of time. And so it's challenging because of that. It's hard because of that. But you know what? Here's the thing. It's hard, but it's not impossible. But the problem is the teacher is very unclear about what she wants you to do. And then when she sees that you haven't done what she wants you to do, she's very quick to say, well, obviously, you guys don't understand. And we're literally like, no, you don't understand. We don't understand because you don't understand. You aren't explaining things to us, and we can't even have a Zoom call with you. We can't even talk to you. Like, all you take is a message through. That's it. That's a message. And I've sent her messages, so many messages about things, and I've literally shown her pictures, saying, oh yeah, here's a question. What about this? Is this important? Do we need to put anything here? Screenshot with red circle around item, an arrow pointing to item. Is this? What do you want about this? What are we supposed to do with this? It's like that's how pointed we've had to be. It's just ridiculous. It's like, why can't we just take this class and be like, okay, this is this assignment. Okay, let's take this assignment. It'll be fine. And then do it. And then be like, oh, well, I messed up on this one. I messed up on that one there. But, that's why I got the grade I got. But you know what? It wasn't so bad. And now I know. And that makes sense. And I get that. Instead, it's like, oh, well, did you know this, this, and this? It's like, no, how could I have? You never told us this, this, and this. And it's like, oh, take chapter 3 quiz. Time to take, or quiz number 3. Time to take quiz number 3. Oh, I read chapter 3. Therefore, I should know. I should be prepared. Everything should be great. I just read chapter 3. Now I'm going to take quiz number 3. Takes quiz number 3. Questions are on chapter 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been absolutely insane. I literally had to ask her, so point blank. I've been so point blank, break down deliberate with her. It's made me want to pull the hair out of my head. I've been like, I literally asked her, where are we supposed to get the material in order to take these quizzes? Because I've been doing the chapter readings, assuming that they line up with the quizzes. And she's like, well, actually, you need to just read the title of the quiz and then read the book accordingly to what the title of the quiz is, So in other words, don't read chapter 1 assuming it's going to prepare you for quiz 1. Don't read chapter 2 thinking it's going to prepare you for quiz 2. They don't correlate like that. But how could anyone have known that? Nobody could have known that. You don't know unless you figure it out. It's like you don't know unless you crack the code. She's like, oh, this assignment, it's 25% of your grade. Get ready to get it done. This is a lengthy assignment. Be ready to start right now. And it's like, okay, I'm looking at it, and she goes, oh yeah, this, and this, and see my document. See my document and fill out. And I'm like, your document? What the heck are you talking about, your document? Where is your document at? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego, and where in the world is your document? Because it ain't anywhere around here, and anywhere on this page. Literally had to hunt the site and break down and go through everything, and to the syllabus, all over the place, everywhere, until we finally figured out where her document was. And it's just been so freaking stressful. But anyway, I'm not going to sit here and just complain. But, that's the story. That's what's been going on. So, and I've had some great help, great support from my group members. But there is no way in hell that this is the way it should go. Actually, there is a way in hell that this should go, and this is the way it should go in hell, because this is very hellish. Anyway.